Hi friends, and welcome to Gilded Loop Crochet. My name is Matt, and I'm so glad that you stopped by the channel today. For those that are returning, thank you. And for those that are new, make sure to check out the channel and hopefully you like it and subscribe today. We have our part 2 of our Premiere Yarns Premiere Week sale unboxing, if you will. I got my second shipment here today. I didn't think that I was going to order a second shipment. However, I will tell you the exact reason why I did, and that is because there was a particular yarn that I had shared in my last video that came out of the yarn vault, if you will. I hadn't seen it in forever and ever and ever, and it was in this Premiere Week sale, and it was not something that was on their website normally now. So I had to get that. And then, of course, I had to get back up to the $75 so I could get free shipping. I am that person who will spend more so I can get free shipping. I don't know what it is. There's something about having to pay for shipping. But anyway, let's go ahead and, oh, you can see I went crazy again. I got another one of the super big boxes. So, Premiere Yarns, part 2. This Premiere Yarns is probably my favorite yarn company, at least for online yarn companies are concerned. I do love Lion Brand a lot, but Lion Brand charges for shipping. I don't care how much you buy, you're getting charged for shipping. But they do have some nice stuff, but I will say Premiere does come out with new stuff more frequently. But the downside is sometimes you'll fall in love with something that does go away. But they do have their old faithfuls and their solid ones that kind of stay around. So I do love that. And they're really being innovative a lot with bringing out new colorways and expanding their existing lines that they have. And I really appreciate that. I am an affiliate of Premiere Yarns, so I do have a link in my description. If you do want to shop the sale, or just shop for yarns in general. Being an affiliate of Premiere Yarns, all that means is that I earn a commission if you purchase your yarns using the link. However, I am still able to give my full honest opinion. I'm not like an employee of them or anything like that. Okay? So now that we've got kind of that out of the way, the sale is going on still currently as of the time that I'm filming this. It goes through the 18th. Then they're going to have a break from the 19th through the 25th, and then they'll have their Black Friday sale. So that's kind of their timeline. I can also share today, I got a sneak peek email from them that said that they are going to be putting their Premiere Basic chenille, or Chanel, however you say it, on sale, adding it to their Premiere Week today, in fact. And it's going to be 20% off. So if you are a chenille yarn lover, if you like to make any amigurumi or anything like that, that's a good thing. It's the Premiere Basic chenille, which is, in my opinion, better than the chenille stash and some of those other ones. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into it. This, friends, was the secret yarn that came out of the stash that I had to get my hands on. I got a couple colorways, but this is Mega Tweed. Mega Tweed is akin to Lion Brand's, what you call it, Woolly's Thick and Quick. It's not wool blend, but it's got that same likeness to it. It's the same weight and everything as the Thick and Quick, the Woolly's Thick and Quick. But I got two different colors. So this is the first color. This is Peacock. Y'all know I love the color Peacock. But it's a Peacock Tweed. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see peacock tweeds very much, and I certainly don't see them in a super bulky, like really ever. But I really liked it. It has, the flecks that are in it are like tawny, gold, brown, some grays. It is definitely a thicker yarn, as you can see. But I think it's gonna pair really nicely with the cream color, okay? So let's go ahead and break into the cream here. Okay. Oh, this yarn ball came apart. Let's pick a different one. Okay, so this is cream tweed. So I'll show you it up close. Cream tweed. This is a number 6, so it's a super bulky. But this has dark brown, like a tawny, like a tanny color. So that's what we're looking at here with the cream tweed. So we have this, in the mega tweed here, we have got the peacock and the cream color. These will be going together. My vision for this is I'm going to be making a like a throw size blanket, and when you have the super bulky, sometimes those blankets have a tendency of getting heavy, which is great for some. Like, I know I've done the Woolies Thick and Quick, and I've done whole blankets in that before, and they're weighty. What I like to do is I like to do a more lacy pattern with these, because you can still stay pretty warm. So I think I'm going to do a V-stitch. I don't know if I'm going to do a half double crochet or a double crochet V-stitch. And I'm going to do like a chunk of the cream and a chunk of the peacock, and cream and peacock all the way through the blanket. I'm still trying to decide the exact pattern, but that's my vision. So this is a 6 super bulky. They recommend a 16 millimeter crochet hook. I can tell you right now, I won't be using anywhere near a 16. That's a lot. I'll probably go with like a 14 or a 12, to be honest with you. The knitting needle is a 12.75 millimeter. That's a recommendation. It is machine wash, warm, tumble dry, low heat. We love that. I can still deal with the low heat, you know, but at least I can put it in the washer. Let's see here. It is Ecotech certified, which means it's tested against all the harmful substances. So safe against your skin. All right. So I love the Mega Tweed. So just to give you a close-up there. So we're also dealing with 74 yards, 68 meters, 6-ounce ball. It's 97% acrylic and 3% viscose, which is the little flex in there. It is very soft. It's a nice soft yarn. It's not, the Woolies Thick and Quick isn't always soft. Sometimes it's a little harsher because it's got wool in it. Some people love wool. I hate working with wool. I just don't like it. I will work with it if it's just like a little percentage within the yarn, but I'm never buying wool yarn. I just don't like it. But everyone's different, right? So these, I got a lot of these. So I got these things. I mean, they're only 74 yards. And I'm really bad at figuring out exactly how much I'm going to need for a project. So I might have gone over a little bit, but I have 1 bag, 2, 3, and 4. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 of the peacock. And then I have 8 of the cream. Now, these were on sale for, I want to say $6 for both balls. You can't beat that. I'm like, that's an unbeatable price. Like, that is so good. So I had to get it. This whole project now, normally, like if I were to buy like a Woolies Thick and Quick, which is the most comparable to this, they're on sale, $8 a ball. Sometimes I think they're like $8.99, $9. Yeah, these were $6 for two. So that's $3 a ball. I mean, I just couldn't pass it by. Anyway, so I got a couple other things. And the first thing that I want to show you that I got is I did a video on this Premier Karma Ombre yarn. And I have that around here somewhere, the project that I had worked up. Hold on, I'll go grab it. Okay, so this was the project that I had worked on with this Premier Karma. And I had worked up the majority of the colorways, almost all of them, that I could get my hands on at the time. I do have a video for that on my channel if you want to check it out. And I worked up swatches for all of them. And the one that I absolutely fell in love with and said, I've got to do a larger project with that, was this colorway. This was Cadet. So this is the swatch that I had worked up of Cadet. So it's just a really gradual shade transition to like a deep purple to lighter to deep to lighter. It's a nice ombre. This yarn is just butter soft. It's very nice. And this is I believe half double crochet, so nothing fancy. I don't know if I'm going to keep with that stitch pattern or I'll do something else, but I wanted to be able to do at least a full scarf. So I ordered 2 more of these. Just set the other one down somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but I ordered 2 more of these so I could at least have a full-size scarf. And I might have enough to do a scarf and a hat, or a scarf and maybe I'll use my Addy knitting machine to make the hat or something like that, because it uses a little bit less yarn than a crocheted hat. So this is a 5 bulky weight. They recommend a 6.5 millimeter hook, which I believe I used in my swatch and would definitely recommend that. It is 174 yards. It's 51% acrylic, 34% cotton, and 15% nylon. It's got a pretty significant halo, so it's fuzzy. It's kind of like an Angora style, if you will, but it is super nice. I think that over time it would have like a felted look, which would be nice. It's just like it's a very soft yarn. But I highly recommend it. It's really nice. Just give you a close-up of the yarn itself. So Karma Ombre, Karma with a K. That was the color Cadet. I just love that color, more so than probably any of the other colorways, but they have some really beautiful colorways. Definitely check out my video and you'll see them a lot closer. So my last video you saw that I had got some DK colors, and I got more. So I had shared with you that you can make a whole baby blanket with this pack of 3, and this is in the sale. These are $12 for 3 balls. So I got a couple other colorways, so let's take a look at those colorways. I got 2 more. I had showed you in my last video the color Suede, which I believe is sold out now, but these colors may still be available. So this colorway is Ferris Wheel, and Ferris Wheel spoke to me. Here's the colors that are within Ferris Wheel. So we have orange, like almost like a peachy orange, not like a fluorescent orange. Then it goes to like a magenta color, into teal, into a buttery yellow, into a baby blue, almost like a robin's egg blue, and then back in to that orangey peachy color, and that pattern just kind of keeps on repeating. And where the one color ends, you can tie off and attach the next ball into that color and just kind of keep that color sequence going. Like for example, these two balls have the same exact color sequence. Like it starts with the peach in the center. How this one, I noticed it also starts with peach in the center, but it ends with the teal, where these ones are ending with the magenta. So, you know, but it is the same color sequence, so you can tie off at certain parts to control that color sequence and make sure it's going how you want. So let's go over the stats. So it is a 100% anti-pilling acrylic. So it's anti-pilling DK colors. It's 383 yards, 5-ounce ball. It is a 3 lightweight. It recommends a 4mm crochet hook or a 4mm knitting needle. It is machine wash, warm, tumble dry, ideal for a baby blanket. You got to be able to throw a baby blanket in the washer because they will spit up on it. It is made in Turkey. Again, this color is Ferris wheel, and it is tested and improved against the harmful stuff. The colorway is Ferris wheel 1071-35. So again, you get 3 of these. And again, when I say you can make a whole baby blanket with one sleeve of 3, that is a 30 by 30 size. So it's not like a huge one, but it's a big blanket size. It's great for a newborn. So that's Ferris wheel. I just really liked those colors. They were softer, muted, different colors. I shared with you in the last video the reason that I like that suede one was it's different. It's not like your traditional colors. There are some colors like the robin's egg blue and the butter yellow, but all the colors were a little bit different, and that's what I really liked about it. Okay, next one that we're gonna go over is this one is called Waves. This is another DK Colors, and Waves has some of my favorite colors, but I can imagine this being a gorgeous baby boy blanket. So we've got like a peacock teal in the very center, then gray, then like a bright baby blue. It's not real muted, it's like a more of a bright color. Then we go gray, and then there's another lighter teal color, and then the peacock, and then back into the gray. And it looks like all of these have just about start and stop at the same area and have the same sequence. Of course, when they come in the bag, they're gonna have the same dye lot too, which is also helpful. Again, this is called Waves, has all the same stats as the last one. So that's the DK Colors. Love the DK Colors. I just think 3 weights are really good for babies. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder. Sorry, my furnace just kicked on. That's probably what you hear in the background, but we gotta stay warm around here, right? Okay, so the next thing that I got was, this is everything that you see in this video was in the Premiere week sale. So this is the Anti-Pilling Everyday Bulky. So let's talk about this. The Everyday Bulky, I have been eyeing this color in particular for months now. This color is called Espresso, and I didn't know what colors to pair with it. I didn't know if I was gonna really like it. I just wasn't sure about it, but I knew that I loved this color Espresso, and the color Espresso is only available in the everyday bulky. It's not available in the everyday worsted or the DKs or any of the other lines. They have similar like taupey-like colors, but this colorway in particular is only in the bulky. And I think I got some good pairings to go with it, to be honest. So this was on sale. I think these were like $3 a ball. And this one was sold individually. It wasn't one of the bag deals, but I did get some of the bag deals as well. But I had to have this color, so I'm gonna show you the color. It's very much like a taupey color. It's the best way to describe it. It's just a nice, rich taupey color. So that's espresso. Share the stats for the everyday bulky, because I have a couple other colors that are going to go into a project with this. And so this is 87 yards. It's 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's a 3.5 ounce ball, 6 super bulky. I will say that this super bulky and this super bulky, these are two different leagues. Like, look at the size of that, and then look at that. They're very different. Like, this is way, way thicker than this. And they're different kind of, they're spun differently too, though. So espresso, where was I at? 87 yards. It's machine wash, warm, tumble dry, normal. 9mm crochet hook is what they recommend. Same for the knitting needle. Yeah. So we have espresso. Now the next two colorways were available in bag deals. These have been available for a while with Premiere. They were, prior to Premiere Week, they had them in the clearance area for like $9 for a bag of 3, but for Premiere Week they went down to $6. So this was $6 for a bag of 3. This color was antique white. Antique white is a cream, like a nutty cream color, almost leading into like a taupey. So you can see how espresso and antique white will go really nicely together. So again, this came in the bag of 3 sale. These were sold individually. These were $3 each, normally $4.99 each, and these were $2 each. Yeah, because a bag of 3 for $6. So, and then these also came in the bag of 3, and this was this is steel gray. So steel gray. The steel gray and the antique white is not available when you just click on the everyday bulky. They're only available in the bags, which tells me steel gray and antique white are probably discontinued colors that they're selling off. Usually if they're selling something in the bags, if it's not Premiere Week, I mean, it's a discontinued color. However, Premiere Week, that doesn't necessarily mean that. But I really think I did a good job of pairing these colors together. So we have these 3 colors. It is going to be a blanket, but they just go so nicely together. They all marry nicely together. Steel gray, antique white, and espresso. So those are our 3 colorways. And I don't know, I just think that that's gonna be a really beautiful, neutral, muted toned blanket. I have a lot of family who just like, they love the taupeys and the neutral tones, so I might make something for one of them. Excuse me. So anyway, that's what I've got. I did get, how many of these did I get? I got 2 bags of this, so I have 6 of the antique white. I got 2 bags of the steel gray, so 6 and 6, and then I got 6 of these, so they came in bags of 3. So I have 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 balls. God, I hope that's enough to at least make a throw blanket. You never know with some of these. I mean, they're only 87 yards, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to get something done with that. So anyway, that is what I have for my part 2 of the Premier Yarn Sale. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my yarn haul today. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things, and come back for my next video. I have some other yarn hauls that are very exciting that are going to be coming up really soon. And I am working really hard on my tree skirt pattern so we can get it out at least by the end of the month. So keep an eye out for that. It's really turning out absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye.